Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my recap of the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now, let's kick it off with the passing stats. Now, in this game, Russell Wilson didn't do good at all, as he only had 161 yards out of 20 completions, 40 attempted passes, and only had 2 interceptions to no touchdowns. Now, honestly, from any quarterback, that would be terrible. And honestly, it is, as he only has a rating of 39.7 in this game. Honestly, Russell Wilson is coming off of an injury, and we knew he wasn't going to be the guy he was back in week 1 and all that. He's not going to throw for 300 yards, but at least he could have done something better. Although, he did have to worry about not having a defense because Seattle's defense is honestly trash. In the run game, Seattle didn't do that good either, as Alex Collins only got 10 carries for 41 yards, Russell Wilson 5 carries for 32 yards, and Travis Homer 1 carry for 2 yards. Now, I'm just saying, we didn't do well on offense at all. DK Metcalf wasn't in this game. Well, he was, but he wasn't in there trying to do plays as he has done in the previous week. Same thing with Tyler Lockett. They've been doing fine. But then we get, honestly, Alex Collins not doing what he honestly has been doing for the past few weeks since Chris Carson is no longer on the Seattle Seahawks since he's on injury reserve still. And honestly, I'm just going to say this. This is horrible for Seattle. Horrible that we don't have a run game. Horrible that our pass game kind of sucked because Russell Wilson honestly came back from an injury. So that's honestly understandable, but still, we should do better in the run game and in the pass game. Now, in the receiving game, our best receiving target was Gerald Everett, our tight end, as he got 8 targets, all of them completions, 63 yards, and then we go to DK Metcalf with 3 receptions out of 8 targets, 26 yards. And then Tyler Lockett, also 8 targets, and then he also got 2 receptions out of it, 23 yards. Travis Homer, 3 receptions out of 4 targets, 23 yards. And then we get Will Dissly, 2 receptions out of the 2 targets he got, 22 yards. Alex Collins, 1 reception out of 1 target, 8 yards. And then we get 2 targets for Penny Hart. He didn't catch 1 single pass. Same goes for Freddie Swain, as he got 3, and Dwayne Heskridge getting 1 reception for -4 yards and 2 targets. This game was horrific for the Seattle Seahawks in the passing game. And honestly, our best receiver, or better yet, our best receiving target, as I stated before, is Gerald Everett, our tight end. How? How is DK not on top? How is Tyler not on top? Those are the guys who should be on top. Why do I say this? Because honestly, they are the 2 main guys that every team needs to worry about. And if you cancel them out, we have no receiving targets. Because yes, I know some of these guys are good, but look what happened with Freddie Swain. Look what happened with Penny Hart. No receptions at all. Like, really? This is honestly what Seattle did in this game. Honestly, good defense from the Green Bay Packers. And honestly, this was a very good defensive game and offensive game from the Green Bay Packers. Now, honestly, in the defensive side of the field, well, we did only get 1 interception. That was for Jamal Adams. But the top 5 players in the Seattle defense this week was Jordan Brooks, Jamal Adams, Bobby Wagner, Ugo Amadi, and Quandre Diggs. Honestly, I think that even though we got some good guys on defense, our problem is the secondary. How good is our secondary? Not that good, because even though Jamal got an interception and was honestly the second best player defensively for Seattle, it really doesn't change the fact that I believe that he is honestly not doing as well as he should after we gave up 2 first-round picks for him. And not only that, gave him a contract in addition to that. Honestly, he should do a lot better. And this defense will need to do a lot better if they want to survive 2022 offseason. Now, after not being in the game last week against the Chiefs, Aaron Rodgers has returned. And he just managed to throw 37 passes, 23 of them being completed, 292 yards, and no touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, you probably thinking, that's not good either. Well, to be honest, that's a whole lot better than Russell Wilson. Honestly. And the reason why Green Bay won is because they got a strong run game, not their pass game. Their pass game is good as well. It was just not here in this game. And the run game is what gave these guys the win, because there's no other reason why the Packers would win. If we had stopped the run game, and maybe if we had gotten a field goal, maybe we could have won. And honestly, I would have been happy about it. But no. Instead, we give up almost 300 yards to Aaron Rodgers. And honestly, the run game of the Packers just smoked us. Now, in Green Bay's run game, A.J. Dillon getting 21 carries for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. The star of the game. Then we get Aaron Jones with 7 carries for 25 yards. Then Aaron Rodgers with 2 carries for 8 yards. And then Patrick Taylor with 2 carries for 7 yards. Now, I'm just saying this run game of the Packers was excellent. Nothing bad to say about the Packers run game. They did perfectly, and they took this game to basically get a lead at halftime and then score the rest of their points in the final quarter to basically say, goodbye, Seattle, go back to the dumpster, because that's where they are right now. Now, on to the receiving game of the Packers. Devontae Adams, 11 targets, 7 receptions, 78 yards. A.J. Dillon, 2 targets, 2 receptions for 62 yards. Then Aaron Jones, 4 receptions for 61 yards out of 6 targets. Then 2 targets, 1 catch, 41 yards from Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And then Randall Cobb with 4 targets, 3 receptions, 21 yards. Mercedes Lewis, 2 receptions, 2 targets, 10 yards. 3 targets, 2 receptions, and 9 yards for Joshua DeGuara. I hope I said that right. And then Alan Lazard with 4 targets, 1 reception, and 6 yards. And Tyler Davis, 1 reception, 1 target for 4 yards. Honestly, they did well when it comes to receiving yards, but they didn't do enough in the pass game to do something to basically screw over Seattle. Honestly, they did that with the run game. They got saved because of the run game of the Packers. That's how the Packers won, and that's how this team isn't going to be as scrutinized as Seattle, because honestly, Seattle's defense is just pure garbage. Now, this Packer defense did their job and got themselves a win. Adrian Amos and Kevin King getting interceptions on Russell Wilson. Honestly, I think those were mostly on Russell rather than their receivers. But still, the fact that they got interceptions is beyond me. Then Devondre Campbell, Chris Barnes, Henry Black, Rasul Douglas, and Adrian Amos are the top 5 defensive players for the Green Bay Packers. Now, I'm just saying this. Green Bay, you deserve this win. You deserved it. And honestly, I congratulate you, because you did something that honestly any other team in the NFL could have done if you're not the Detroit Lions, the Houston Texans, and other teams down there in that area. But honestly, majority of the NFL teams are most likely going to run over Seattle if Seattle continues to play like this. That's how they're going to win. And you know what? They're most likely going to win if Seattle doesn't get it together. Now, the Packers managed to do something and make history for the Seattle Seahawks, as the Seattle Seahawks, for the very first time with quarterback Russell Wilson, finally got shut out for the first time in Russell Wilson's career as a Seattle Seahawk. Honestly, I'm going to say this. Russell deserves better than a 17-0 loss to the Packers. He deserves a lot better than that. And honestly, if he even decides to leave, honestly, I say this. Hopefully, he gets another ring, whether it's with us or another team. Because guess what? If Seattle does not give him a good offensive line, if Seattle does not give him a good defense, if Seattle doesn't give him a good run game, if Seattle doesn't give him a good receiving game, forget about the Super Bowl because you're never going to go back. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas and also tell me down in the comments below, what do you think is going to happen to Russell Wilson in the future? Is he going to get traded? Is he going to go to another team? Or is he going to stay in Seattle? Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it. Subscribe and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.